is Elizabeth, and today I'm going to demonstrate the rainbow celery experiment. This is a simple and colorful way to show how plants absorb water through a process called capillary action. You may have seen this experiment before, but today I'll show you how it works. And I'll help you understand plant structure and water transport. For this project, I'm going to be using fresh celery stalks, food coloring, and several clear jars. Each jar is filled with about half of a cup of water, and I've pre-mixed them with food coloring, and I've put stalks in each one, and I just did this right now. And so we'll check back in about 2 hours to see what's going on. And to explain a little bit about what's going to happen is that inside the celery are tiny tubes called xylem, and the xylem carries water nutrients from the roots up through the plant, just like blood vessels carry fluids through the human body. Because of capillary action, the colored water climbs up these tubes. So, like I said, we'll check back in a couple hours and we'll see how the color has risen through the celery. So I came back after 2 hours and there really wasn't any noticeable capillary action going on. So I waited actually 4 hours, and now surprisingly we have a lot going on. So the colored water has climbed up the tubes of the celery, and if you look closely at the base and the edges of the leaves, you can see the color showing. And so I'm going to show. Okay, so this is our first one that we had in the purplish colored water. And so at the bottom of the stalk, you can see the coloring and can slightly see it coming up the stalk, but you can really see where the leaves here have begun to show the process. And normally we wouldn't be able to see that process happening. And so that's that. And here is the orange colored water, which you can see a lot more. So this experiment connects directly to our unit on plant structure and water transport. It gives a real-life demonstration of how plants move water upward without pumps. They use only the structure of their cells and capillary action. And so it's pretty amazing. So cells have plants, so do our bodies. And here you can see, obviously the leaves are not touching the water, but they still became colored in just 4 hours. Here's this one that's kind of pinkish orange. So you could really see it the best, I think, on the orange one. Then I did green, and you really can't see it that much. And the last one, okay. And I think really with the purple one, you could see the most. So thank you for watching my rainbow celery experiment, and that concludes this demonstration.